Hey everyone, welcome to Milestones. My name is Shelly, and this is my YouTube channel. Today's adventure leads us to the Sugarbush, where we make maple syrup and learn of a story from around 1932 where a young child falls into a pan of boiling sap. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. Sorry guys, it's shaky, but I don't have a gimbal yet. I'm just starting out, so once I do, it'll be better. So bear with me in time, it's going to be improved. I have a really hard time walking by this. Not sure if anyone knows, but I'm a rock hunter. I just kind of started learning and identifying rocks and native artifacts, so this is hard to pass up a walk like this. You know, I found arrowheads and all kinds of native artifacts that I believe are native artifacts. So, and then I started learning about minerals and crystals, and so that'll be part of the journey this summer. So guys, this right here, these three trees, they are black maples. They're special trees. They are called the Three Sisters. That's what they are called here. And that is for my grandmother, my two aunts, Grandma Dot, Aunt Ev, and Aunt Ina. Let's go check out their buckets. Now there's another sugar shack right over here, and that is my other cousin Mark. And they run a business, Curl's Sugar Shack. They've done that for as long as I can remember. Mark and Diane. So kudos to those guys. Maybe I'll take a venture over there another day. But today I'm at Kevin's. These are the black maples. Birds are pretty active. Let's see what's in the bucket. Oh, it's full. It's full and icy. You won't hear the tinging until the buckets are empty, but look at the ice on that bucket, or on that water. A couple bugs. Well done, ladies. Well done, ladies. You're slower, little girl. Must be Ev. Ev was the tiny one. So this one must be Evie. They won't be likely collecting until about noon. Not sure if anyone came down this morning to check the buckets. I'm not sure. I'll talk to Kevin a little later. It's a beautiful day to be out in the sugar bush, and you can see all the buckets around. Someone's got a bit of an owie. Just continue to go. This is the sugar shack. This is where they boil down the sap to make maple syrup. I'm not sure how old that building is, but we'll find out from Kevin a little later. But I do know it was probably used by my great-grandfather. Beautiful property. Huge old maple trees. See if these guys are producing. These are just sugar maples. They got a little bit in them, not a lot. But you see how they go on through the woods? Way back over into there. Let's go check them out. And years ago, my grandmother and Kevin's father, Gord, were down here attending the sap. Gord fell into the hot sap and was burnt head to toe, and was taken to SickKids Hospital. Family from out west sending money for Gord's medical bills. And if you knew Gord, you'd never know he was burnt. I never knew he would be burnt head to toe. So kudos to SickKids. That was many, many years ago. Well done. And imagine the technology they didn't have then. So it must have been awful painful, to say the least. But he lived a very long life. So. Okay, guys, it's now lunchtime. I was here earlier. Let's see what's been happening. It's dripping good. It's dripping good. Starting to thaw. Starting. When did it start making syrup here? The curls?
Oh, I guess likely when they bought the place, likely in 1862, I would think.
Yeah, likely, right?
In around there. Back then, that was like a source for the sugar and that, right?
For candy, everything else.
Yeah, well, likely more sugar and syrup.
Syrup.
So I imagine I'd have to look back when they bought the place, what time of year it was, but I imagine the next spring they're looking at doing it.
The Maple Police.
Yeah, you can't have any pans with any soldered joints. So that was an English tin pan with soldered joints. And because we were selling the odd little bit, they could show up, and if they caught you boiling in that, they could shut you down and fine you.
Oh, right.
That's what I call them, the Maple Police. But there's a big thing about all this lead in these soldered pans. I took some syrup that was made in that pan and had it checked, and it was well within what their
fine.
limits are.
They just want control. Gord fall in.
Oh, it would be like around 1932, just on the south side of the house there. And those old pans, when you boil outside, you just elevate them up high enough to get them up. You can get fire under them, right? So the thing would be that high off the
It
ground.
wasn't very high.
Dad said he can remember.
He remembers?
He can remember losing his mitten, and going looking for his mitten, and he got into the smoke and the steam and ended up falling right in. Yeah.
Yikes.
And there's no health plan.
No.
So he was sent up to Children's Hospital in Toronto, and he was there for 2 years.
2 years.
And then I think almost a year in recovery in some place up there.
But you never know it. Like, I would never have known it. To see him.
Put him in the bathing suit, you could sure tell. When the doctor came in, the first thing he did, of course they'd never do now, is he took all Dad's clothes off and took all the skin with it.
Oh.
Nowadays they would take him in and they would surgically kind of. He'd come up there, I guess, daily and change his dressing, take the dressings off. Of course, the skin started healing. And your grandmother said that she can remember Dad screaming every time he heard that car pull in the laneway.
I imagine so. because I know what it's like just getting a finger burnt, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
imagine your whole freaking body and then having it all ripped off.
no, I can't.
So he went through quite a bit. So, guy, and it's amazing that he lived as old as he did, because most burn victims like that, apparently they don't live that long.
From the trauma.
I guess. So anyway,
Well, he did all right.
he did all right.
Ooh, that's a goodness.
It's gotta be finished off. It's not quite sure. Kind of that foam comes to the top and the stuff kind of self cleans itself for sure. So you want to clean
Oh,
that off
it kind of
every
just
time
kicks it
put,
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
put in fresh sap, and now that comes to a boil, and clean that off. Uncle Glenn, he was always looking for places like that.
Glenn was?
Yeah, he hunted up north of Bancroft. There were some guys around here with snars and that. Anyway, there was one place back there he always used to walk to. I seen a picture of this great big rock, and it kind of like it looks like it's teetering, and you tip over it, you can get almost underneath it. If it's bad weather now, Uncle Glenn used to go walk back there. I thought it was very thing. So his voice and the ashes and the hunting gang when they're back hunting last fall,
They went up?
they took a hike back to the rock.
Aw. Very cool.
Where it's supposed to be.
9 degrees?
9 degrees above the boiling point of water. And of course, water boils at different temperatures depending on atmospheric pressure. That's kind of the rough way of doing it. But the accurate way is use a refractometer, and it will tell you exact amount of sugar that's in the. So, in order to be legal syrup, it has to be 66% sugar. And I like taking it up a little past that. Times up around 68, 69.
Why do you like going up higher?
Gives you thicker syrup. Yeah. It can just boil up and foam over and just go right over the pot. Just where you, if I went out the truck to get something out of there, it could be up and over the pot just like that.
Really?
The closer it gets to syrup, the more apt to do that. So you really got to keep an eye on it. Get closer. Content of sugar into 86. So if you had 1% sugar, it'd be 86 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup.
Wow.
Typically, they say 40 to 1 is a ratio for syrup. This wood runs in the 30s. And those trees down the front, they're a black maple. They give a little sweeter sap. And
the Three Sisters, that's right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they give a little sweeter sap down there. They run up in the high 2s, about 3 maybe. So it makes a big difference. And I remember going to a maple thing there years ago. We used to they said like this one guy was offering a service where if you wanted to say you had this woods and you wanted to tap it, he'd come in and he'd do little test holes in each tree and mark them and say, okay, these are the trees to tap because you're getting say 2.9%,
he could tell.
and the other ones are say 2%.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Whether he was feeding you a load of, who knows too, right? Like
Well,
that'd be a great job. I could go
Like
and
I
do
can
that.
take that sap right now. I got a hygrometer here. I can tell you exactly how much sugar's in it. As the season goes on, the sugar content kind of gets lower and lower, right?
Okay. Whoops. What are you doing now?
This here, I'm getting ready to filter this. When it comes to finished syrup, we put it through this Orlon filter. Take any of the sugar sands and niter out of the syrup, so it looks nice and pretty in the bottle. Down in there, and the syrup's across the top. So a person could figure out how to get that out of there. That's good syrup there right on the top. If you had a little
Transfer pump.
hose, you could just suck it out of there.
Yeah, transfer pump from.
There you go.
Curtis has got one. A refractometer.
Refractometer. So what it does, the way the amount of sugar in there refracts through the sample at a different thing, depending on the sugar, different light waves, and then it will read in the end. You can see.
Interesting.
Gives you direct reading in bricks for percent sugar. So I took a sample there and actually just give a holler back.
Yep, I'll watch it.
Starting to get almost like a window there.
Mm-hmm.
There. That's getting pretty close to syrup. In fact, I think it is syrup, but I usually take a little more. Adjust it for boiling, but like that's 10 degrees above the boiling point of water, right?
222.
Yeah. So now this filter, you have to dampen those to help the sap go through. So that will put a little bit of water into the sap.
Into it.
So it will.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Even that. So for this final batch, whatever is in that bucket and that pail is going to be in the glass jars, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I put the tin foil over it.
Yeah.
So little bugs and that
don't get up in.
Crawl up it because it's going to end up in the syrup, right?
Yeah.
Where this one here is going to be filtered again. Well, when you test the syrup, it's supposed to be at 20 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
So it's pretty hot coming out of there. So this just cools it off a bit.
Yeah.
And then it'll give a more accurate reading in the refractometer. So now I just take a sample of this. Put it on there. And just take a look through the thing and see what it's at. It's reading 69 brick. Means that's syrup. Liquid gold.
I was gonna say it's pretty.
Should get that up a little closer to the spout there. It wouldn't
Yeah.
splash so much.
I was gonna say another
You don't
crater.
have the dog licking the syrup off your boot.
I was already licking my hand. I'm like, I'll catch it. Oh, it smells good, eh?
That's a fairly light syrup.
Yeah. I can't imagine having that all over you.
Imagine falling in a pan of that. Right from your
No.
neck right down to your feet.
No, I can't.
No, terrible, terrible, terrible. I still got the Peterborough paper, the original paper that
Oh,
posted,
the write up?
and they put it in red print, which was batch number 1. And late getting going this year, but that's
Better than last year.
it. Yeah.
No, it smells good. My goodness. Mm-hmm. I'll try it. Starting to thicken up. Mm. Oh, that's good.
That'll do.
That'll do. Super good. Good job.
None of this RO or
No, it's good.
the old wood fired and open pan. Like I've been sitting here all day. You know,
Just
Well,
so
that's good because the saps
run
at the
over.
point of run a road over.
Yeah, I know. But I was kind of tied down in here with a finish.
Anyway, we're going to get.
Take your time.
Okay, guys, it's time to collect. I got my buckets. I'm going to start over here and we'll try and furthest away and work our way back. As Paul said when he come in, it's starting to overflow, so let's go right to the very back here. A little bit of water we're dealing with and some rocks. Don't get sidetracked, Shelly. Focus. We're going to do these buckets. It's a little dangerous getting to them, that's all. But we're good. Let's just start collecting. Get this in. Sorry guys, it's hard to do this. I should have the camera set up somewhere. I wonder why one does more than the other. Just the way the tap goes in. I'll have to ask Kevin. I'm not sure. So let's keep going. Okay guys, look at how full that one is. I'll be back. Okay. Hey guys, thank you trees for what you're giving us today. All that sweet water. Thank you, tree. Hey guys, that's what 2 trees is going to give you. I'm going to carry that back, come back out for some more. So we see you again, ladies. And big thank you to Kevin Curl for telling me some stories and some education. It was definitely a great day.